Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, it's all about crochet. Sometimes it's about knitting and sometimes it's about yarn, but mostly it's about my journey through this yarny community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Friday with me. Thanks so much. Today I have a finished Boggy blanket that I will show you. We're going to talk about the cardigan that I'm making, that I'm hacking a knit pattern to make a Tunisian. Yeah, I've had a revelation about that thing. And I have a Michael's haul. So I won't take too much of your time, but for the month of, well, I'm going to try for the rest of the year. I'm sure there are going to be weekends when I can't, but on the weekends, I am going to put together at least one Boggy blanket. If you don't know what a Boggy blanket is, there are a million videos out there. Put in the hashtag, let's try this again. Put in the hashtag Boggy Camp 2024 and you will find all the videos. I have some links in my description box that will take you to Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too, Lynette at Charm Grammy, and Billy, the Crafty Floridian. So you can find out all the information. But I'm going to try to make at least one a week until next August so that I can get through all these squares. Some of these squares are going to be given to some elves. They will be going out in the next couple of weeks to some of my yarny friends who want to help out. But I still have a lot of squares. So I'm going to get through them as much as I can. I may not get to them all the time every week, but I'm going to try. But I did get one done last weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I put this one together and I really like how this one turned out. There we go. It's just a really nice, colorful blanket. And you can see where I put the heart. I think you can see where I put it. Yeah, right there in the green, I put the heart. And this one is just a nice, thick, warm, comfy blanket. I did on this one, I don't know if you can see, I did the zigzag join and the twisted single crochet as the border. And I think that turned out really cute. So again, just some fun squares, and then I just threw in some pops of really funky colors. See the purple and the lime green, and the lime green down here, and some yellow, just to add some fun colors to the very neutral colors, just to give it a, you know, a fun kid pop. So that is the Boggy blanket that I made this week. Done and done. Nancy, I'm going to get these to her before they leave. I think I'm going with them to Boggy. I just got to work out details because I know they're combining this with a vacation, Lynette and her husband, and Nancy and her husband. And I think Billy is coming up. So Nancy and I talked about it briefly last weekend, but we'll figure it out. I probably will be going with them. And we'll get these blankets all delivered. I am going to, before I take them, take pictures of every blanket that I've made with squares this year and run a slideshow so I can show you all of the blankets that we've done. Because I've been putting these together since August, so I'm sure some people have forgotten some of the earlier versions. So that is that. Let's talk about the UPTOWN cardigan that I am making. That is a knit pattern that I've converted to a Tunisian pattern. And after talking with Jackie from Crochet HD, hi Jackie, I realized I was making it entirely too big. I didn't do the conversion right. So now I frogged that whole thing that I had done. And somebody asked me how I was converting it to a knit pattern. Well, at first I was just like, I'm going to wing it. I can figure it out. Well, no, you can't. So what I did is in the pattern, she has a measurement by size. Based on, now the pattern itself is written for a DK weight using a 5mm hook. Well, I am using sport weight using a 6mm hook. So there is a difference there. So in her size chart, she has like the back panel should be for small, medium, large, should be this long or this wide. So I took the size that I wanted to make and did the measurements, and then I counted the chains to see how far that would go. And then, so I got the measurement that I wanted for the 1X, because this is an oversized cardigan. So I didn't want it to be too huge. So I took the measurements for the 1X, which I think was going to be, I want to say 37 inches. Bear with me. So I took that measurement. I did the chains using the yarn and the hook that I wanted to use. Chained it out, then looked at her size chart with the chain count. So to do what I wanted to do with the yarn and the hook, to do her count, I'm between a small and a medium on the pattern. So I'm using the medium size pattern count, although I'm going to be making, when the measurements are all said and done, it'll come out to be a 1X because of the difference in the hook size and the yarn. Plus I'm doing Tunisian, so the stitches aren't, so I couldn't do an actual gauge because the stitches are different. A knit stitch is probably a little smaller than a Tunisian knit stitch, but if I use the measurements, I can figure that out for the stitch count, and I can put it together that way. So I have frogged it back and I have restarted it a heck of a lot smaller. Now this is still pretty big because this is an oversized cardigan and I want that. That's what I'm going for. But with this stitch count, technically I'm making a size between a size small and a size medium. So it's a size medium, but it's turning out to be closer to a 1X, 2X size, which is where, that's my sweet spot. That's where I want it to be. So maybe I won't run out of yarn. We'll see. Like I said, I spent last night frogging it and I restarted it, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I really like the idea of the dark band for the ribbing. I think I like that idea better, the dark to anchor it, and then I'll go with the light, and then I'll do the different colors on the way up. So yeah, I'm using my Knitter's Pride 6mm hook with the Mindful swivel cord, and yeah, and I'm using the Upcycle Alpaca Blend from Knit Picks, which I absolutely love this yarn. I think it makes a great fabric. So yeah, and I'm just making sure that I dropped a stitch here, so I'm trying to pick this up before I lose it all. Crud. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure, you know, I'm gonna keep going back to the pattern, and I'll link the pattern below in my description box. You can buy the ad-free pattern on Ravelry, or you can get it free on her blog. And she does have, for you knitters, she has some tutorial videos on how to do the increases and stuff for the sleeves. And that's where I'm gonna have to do, I think I have it figured out in my head how I'm going to do it, but we'll see how it works out. This is all done flat in pieces. So you new knitters who don't want to knit in the round, you could probably knit this and then sew pieces together. And I think I might try that later on down the road, not now, because I'm really liking how this is turning out in Tunisian. And God, do I love this yarn. So anyway, that is the saga of this poor cardigan that had to get totally frogged back. But we'll see. It'll work out. I think now, now that I've got it, I got a little clarification from Jackie. So Jackie, thank you very much. And instead of using the actual stitch count, I'm using the measurements and then converting that over to the stitch count. So onward and upward. And I'm really gonna love this. So that is the saga. I hope that didn't like bore you to death, but I had to tell you that I had to redo this because sometimes winging it is okay, but in this case, winging didn't do it. And no, I'm not going to swatch, but I will try and frog, and it's easier that way for me. So now the last thing I wanted to show you today is my Michaels haul, and there's a little story to go with this Michaels haul. I went with Nancy last weekend. Her and I went shopping and to lunch, and while we were in Michaels, I hit the clearance bin. Because you know, and I'll show you what I got out of the clearance bin. And we went back to the back where the regular yarn was, and they had some new yarn out, and I didn't buy it because I had a cart full of the clearance. And when I got home, I was kicking myself for not picking up some of that new yarn because they had over the weekend a 30% off. So Saturday morning I got up and I had FOMO so bad. And I checked on their website, and you could still use the 30% off online. Plus I had a $5 voucher still. So I did an online order. But let me show you first. Let me show you what I got on clearance, because clearance is always the best thing. Sorry for the crinkles. So I got 2 cakes of Scarpy, and this one is leaking so bad. Oh my, because at my Michaels, when they have the one in Ocala, when they have clearance, instead of leaving it on the shelves for people to take off the shelves, oh no, they gather it all up, put a big bin right in front of the door, and dump it all in. Then people are digging through, and this poor yarn, it has been through the ringer. I am going to have to cake this up before I can put it on the shelf. But this is Scarfy by Lion Brand, which I love. And the colorway that I got is called Cream Silver. And look how gorgeous. It is 312 yards, 5.3 ounces. This is 78 acrylic, 22% wool. And it says to use a 6.5 millimeter hook. It's a bulky number 5. I don't know about that. I think it's a thick 4, but I don't, I'm not the one who does the weights. Every yarn company's different. But anyway, these were $3 a piece. And yeah.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Sorry about that. There's somebody at my front door. I think I'm getting a package. Yep, it's the mail lady. So here is the 2 Scarfies that I got, which this yarn is so nice. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Then I got one of these. This is the Cream Cotton by Loops and Threads, 324 yards. It says use a 6 millimeter hook. The color is Country Blue. It's a number 4, hand wash, do not dry, because it's cotton, but it's a really pretty soft blue. And for $3, for how many yards did I say this was? 324 yards of a really soft cotton. I snagged it up. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but you can never go wrong with really pretty chain spun cotton. So there's that. And then I got my favorite yarn. You guys know how much I love the True Boos, the New Boos, the Crew Boos. They had a bunch of True Boo for $3. And True Boo is a lightweight number 3 DK weight, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 241 yards, 100% rayon from bamboo. and I love how soft this is. This color is navy blue, and it's a navy blue. I love this one. Then I got silver, which I have a bunch of silver over there, but that's okay. I love it. It's a great accent piece. I mean, even look how pretty that is together. Wouldn't that be pretty? Then I got this mustard color, and I think it's called goldenrod, which I love this color. And these, look at these poor skeins. They have been through the ringer sitting in that big old bin, but I love this color. I even think that looks pretty together. Then I got 2 of these, and she threw this one in for free because there was no tag on it. But here's this one, and this one is the color yellow. So I got 2 of this bright yellow, and then I got 3 of this one, which I love this green color, and this one is called celery. And I almost picked this up at Joann's when we were out with Nancy because they were having their Lion brand 25% off. Well, I got it on clearance for $3, so it was way cheaper than that. So these are the things that I picked up in the clearance bin, and I love this. I've got to make something beautiful with this. I've got a ton of it, and I have made some things with it, but I really need to make more because I love it. It's perfect for Florida garments. But anyway, so I told you that I was having FOMO like no other. And so yesterday I got my big old box from Michael's. And in this box, I did pick up some loops and thread of their, what's it called? Soft Classic in this beautiful color. And that's the color I used on this blanket. And this colorway is called Arctic. And it's just a really different color blue. And my plan is I got a pattern from either Mary Max or Annie's. Somebody was having it over Christmas. They were having patterns on sale for 99 cents. And I found a pattern for a Celtic throw. And I'm going to make it out of this. I still have one left over from that blanket and a little more. And I got 4 of these. And you all know loops and threads, right? You know, one for you, one for me, because that's how Juan does it. We have a medium number 4. It says use a 5.5 millimeter hook. It's 100% acrylic, machine wash, cold on the gentle cycle. Do not bleach. Do not tumble dry on low. Do not iron. And look, I'll even give you the QR code to get yourself some patterns from Michael's, so you can get that right there. This Arctic blue, there's 354 yards. So I have 5 and a little extra. I think it'll make a beautiful throw. If I can find the picture of what I got, I'll throw it in here to show you what I want to make, because it's really pretty. And I think that color will look beautiful in my living room. So the other thing I got is the new yarn from Loops and Threads, and I got 2 different colors. The first color I got, and this is those ombre hues, and I love, oh, this is so soft. This is so soft. It's a 75% polyester, 25% acrylic blend, lightweight number 3. It says use a 4 millimeter hook. Hand wash, cold, lay flat to dry, do not iron. This color, it says, oh, and Nancy pointed this out to me when she was showing hers. It says, due to the dye process, each yarn will be a unique color. Color may vary. That's fine. Where the heck is the color on this? Oh, dark blue, sky blue, white. And I got 3. And I think this will make a beautiful wrap. I think this is so pretty. And it It is so soft and so squishy. It looks like it's chain spun. But I loved this blue color. I think it's gorgeous. And then the other color I got 3 of these. And this color is, you know what? Blush, sky blue, and mint. And you can see kind of a little hint of pink and green and the light blue. This just said Easter to me for some reason. I want to make something for me for Easter. I just thought that this was so pretty, and it is so soft. And it's regularly priced $7.99 in the US, $9.99 in Canada. But I did have that 30% off, so I paid $5.59. I think that's what it says. It's so faded I can't really read it. It's either $5.59 or $5.09 for these. So I think I got a good deal on that. The Loops and Threads Soft Classic I got on sale for $2.79 a piece. That was a phenomenal deal. So this is just some beautiful yarny softness, and it's so pretty. Nah, can't put them together, but I do love this blue. I think this blue is just absolutely fantastic. Look how pretty that pink and mint green in there with the sky blue. It's just so pretty. Loops and Threads did good in this one. Look how pretty that is. Loops and Threads, Michaels, you guys did this one well. I know Nancy got some of this, and I think I just saw Ginger, the Yarn Geek. She just put out a video with all of this new, and I know Nancy got some of the bulky number 5, the Carnival. I don't really work with a lot of bulky 5, but I did pick up that Scarfie because, for $3, how can you not, right? So that is my Michaels haul. So I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. I'm going to, because Saturday is my 40th wedding anniversary. Tom and I have been together since I was 16 years old. We got married in the winter of 1984. We've been together for a long time. Actually, I've known Tom since I was 11 when we did junior bowling together, and he was on my bowling team. Bowling is kind of a common theme in our lives. We were really into bowling in our hometown. His mom was the queen of bowling in Chesterton, Indiana, and so he followed in her footsteps. So did his brothers, and once I became a Moore, I had to get into the bowling thing too. So, and I did bowl as a kid, but anyway, we've been together, our 40th wedding anniversary, and believe me, nobody thought that we would last for 40 years. We have been through some things and come out the other side, and we're still going strong. He is the love of my life. He is the rock of our family, and I am so happy that he picked me. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope you all have a spectacular weekend. I know that Tom and I will, and we will talk to you on Monday. Make sure you take care of yourself. Give yourself some grace. But above all, be kind to everyone.